camino de los indios. Ellos son estas cumbres y aquel valle y esos montes callados perdidos en la niebla y aquel maizal dorado y el hueco entre las piedras y la piedra desierta.
Yes, yeah.
Desde todos los sitios nos están contemplando los indios. Desde todos los sitios nos están contemplando los indios. Charrúa, Chicha, Mataco, Pampa, Atacama, Patacón, Toconoté, Sotoba, Aymara, Tehuelche, Quechua, Comahuaca, Ranquel, Chiriguano, Guarano, Mocoví. Charrúa, Chicha, Mataco, Pampa, Atacama, Patacón, Toconoté, Sotoba, Aymara, Tehuelche, Quechua, Comahuaca, Ranquel, Chiriguano, Guarano, Mocoví. Es eso, un largo camino de inviabilidad sagrada, entre la gran llanura, la selva y la piedra alta, y bajo la eternidad de las constelaciones. Sí, América es el largo camino de los indios, y desde todos los sitios nos están contemplando los indios. Desde todos los sitios nos están contemplando los indios. Desde todos los sitios Charrúa, Chipcha, Mataco, Pampa, Atacama, Patacón, Toconoté, Sotoba, Aymara, Tehuelche, Quechua, Comahuaca, Ranquel, Chiriguano, Guarano, Mocoví. Atacama, Patacón, Toconoté, Sotoba, Aymara, Tehuelche, Quechua, Comahuaca, Ranquel, Chiriguano, Guarano, Mocoví. Desde todos los sitios, desde todos los sitios, desde todos los sitios, desde todos los sitios.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of Justiciero Musical, which translates to musical vigilante. First, I want to talk a little bit to give some context of why I'm doing this show and why it's important to me and to you as well. So basically there are three main purposes for this show. The first is to showcase Latin American artists and their sound, to create awareness of the current situation socially, economically, and politically for artists in Latin America or from Latin America, and to enjoy some good music from these artists, of course. Now, to define Latin American music is actually very difficult, since the vast majority of countries have really rich cultures, traditions, landscapes, history. However, there are some common denominators, which, as most people may know, are colonialism, struggle, but also beauty, hope, unity, reconstruction, and reclaiming of our own identity. There's different reasons why I felt called to do this show. The first was because of my background. I'm Mexican from Saltillo, Coahuila, born and raised. And I feel very close to my roots and what Latin American traditions and country represent, not only in Latin America, but also in Europe and other parts of the world. And second is more personal, since for me, justice is something I always strive for. And I feel like music is a very powerful tool to like make a statement. Actually, the more and more that I dig into music, the more I find about the richness and amount of great artists and sounds and culture that Latin America has, and I really want to contribute into making this scene grow. And that's why this show is a really good opportunity for this, because actually the first radio set that I played at the radio was mainly composed by Latin American artists. So we're coming back to the roots in a way. Another reason why I want to do this is because this is not only Latin America, but globally. I feel like a non-diverse representative of society, or in this case, artist, leads to an unequal playing field for marginalized communities, as we have seen for decades, to certain ethnicities, socioeconomic groups, gender, sexual minorities, and even political sectors. Today, I'm doing the first show alone, but for the next shows, I really want to bring Latin American artists so they can tell us also a little bit about their history, why they do what they do, and of course to showcase their talent. And before I keep talking, the song that you just heard, actually in one part it starts saying a lot of names, like is first of all is from Nación Ekeko, and this guy actually works a lot with indigenous tribes in order to make his music. And all the names he was saying is from indigenous communities, like Charrúa, Chibcha, Mataco, Atacama, Toconote, Aymara, Tehuelche, Quechua, Omaguaca, Ranquel. And these are just a few indigenous tribes, because there is so many more. For example, in Mexico or Guatemala, like the Mayans, the Mixtecs, the Zapotecs, the Otomis, the Purépechas, the Mazatecs. And there is one thing that all these communities have in common, which is either they are very little represented or to the border of extinction in a way because of genocide and colonialism. And this brings me to actually the three topics that I want to discuss besides the mix that I have prepared for you guys. Don't worry, I'm not going to be talking for 2 hours, but I'm just, like I said, I want to give some context of why this is important to me. So the topics that I want to discuss today are related to colonialism and how it reflects on music today, music representation, and the struggles of Latin American artists in the scene today. For this, for this I have actually done some qualitative research, as you can see in my cheat sheet right here. But also, of course, some of my own opinion will be into these statements. So this is actually to create awareness mostly, not to divide, but to unite. Then you can make your own judgment after you hear what I have to say, do your own research. Second page, this last one before I start playing. So the structure of the program is going to be divided in three main parts. First, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now, which is talking a bit more about the main discussion topics. Second, I have prepared a nice, highly rhythmic set with a lot of tracks that represent original sounds from Latin America. And lastly, depending on the time, I want to like pick one or two tracks and talk about them a little bit, because music in Latin America a lot of times is a form of like resistance and reclaiming one's own rights, especially for minorities like indigenous communities or suppressed part of society like women. Like I said earlier, Latin American identity is very hard to define, but there are some common denominators of struggles and shared paradigms. Creating it sounds from a mixture of rhythms coming from indigenous influences, but also of foreign influence. If you think about it, Latin American countries are a lot of them had less than 250 years of republican life, but with great ancient traditions. So a bit of history is that although there are no recordings of pre-colonial music, textual and graphic representations from the classic period of Mayan civilization between the 3rd and 10th century indicate that music was a key element in Latin American cultures before the arrival of colonizers. The music was played and performed at dances, festivities, rituals, and wars. This music is now being reinterpreted nowadays by artists like Chancha Via Circuito, Kalima, Lagartijeando, Nicola Cruz, Matanza, just to name a few. The artistic dialogue actually between the ancestral and the future allows to reinterpret our own identity and project it to the world in a very unique way. Latin American music culture came out of ancestral folklore mainly, but also from warehouses, from techno-capitalism, born in clubs in Argentina, neighborhoods in Bogota, in beaches and favelas of Rio, in the underground scene in Mexico, where groundbreaking musicians actually created music where marginal communities have built bridges to a common experience, becoming a representation of originality and authenticity. We're actually part of a music reality that has existed for decades, but we have not been claimed or recognized much in the industry. To give a few examples, I'm gonna throw at you some numbers, and I will post some references in the YouTube video when it's posted. For instance, in 2021, Mixmag magazine highlighted the best 174 albums of the year, which only 4 were from Latin American artists. Likewise, Bandcamp Daily included 1 Latin American artist from a total of 39 in their list of best electronic music in the years of 2019, 2020, and 2021. DJ Mag's 100 best DJs in 2021 included a 6% of Latin American DJs, which grew to 9% in 2022. Another thing that is a common denominator is unequal pay within the industry. While a European professional DJ receives in average, and this may create some controversy between my friend DJs, in average 500 euros per performance, according to Mixmag magazine, in Latin America, a DJ will need to play at least 3 to 4 times as many gigs to earn the same amount. To paraphrase the Guatemalan duo Selva y Cerro, who formed by a DJ and producer and a poet, Andres and Rosa Chavez, who now make electronic music together, is that the problem is that they want our music, but they don't want our struggle. And what happens a lot is that foreign artists take sounds from native people and songs, but they do not return anything, or most of them don't, which instead of becoming a cultural exchange, it becomes more into a folkloristic and extractivist trend. I know that the things that I'm saying may sound controversial to some, but my objective for this show is not to divide, but actually to unite and to create awareness of the current situation for Latin American artists and the industry. Fortunately, things are changing, and people are starting to view Latin America with a certain cultural value. Spaces like this radio, for example, definitely helping to keep the scene growing and the artists developing. So thanks again to Relay Radio for being such an inclusive platform where DJs from all cultural backgrounds and genres can come and express themselves, not only with music, but also with ideas. So now I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna be moving to the music part, which is a set that I prepared for you with a lot of Latin American artists and collaborations. Actually, all of them are Latin American artists and collaborators. And today's set is gonna go to the roots of traditional sounds, melodies, instruments, and chants. It's actually the music that inspired me to start DJing because I saw Chancha Via Circuito and Kalima in a festival in Mexico, and I really fell in love with the sound. And now I mix all types of different genres, but whenever I mix this type of music, I really feel it in my core. So I hope you guys enjoy as much as I do playing this type of music, and let's get going.
salto mortal.
Usando patines de 4 ruedas, los golpes te abrazan a su manera. Tropiezas si quieres hacerlo otra vez. Salto mortal otra vez, lobo feroz otra vez. Salto mortal otra vez, lobo feroz otra vez. Me quiero mover de aquí para allá, hasta que me gaste de caminar. Me quiero mover de aquí para allá. Si muero será de un salto mortal. Suelta, 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 suelta. Me quiero mover de aquí para allá. Hasta que me gaste de caminar. Suelta, 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 suelta.
eu vendo cocada, vendo meus CDs, levo a vida assim. Também aí na Assunção de Sana, tinha um padre lá que ele ensinava em Engatu. Foi o primeiro padre que eu vi, ele fez uma canção em Engatu. Puranga, tu gostas muito,
como la noche que yo te vi. Yo te vi y tú me viste más a mí.
al ritmo de la cumbia yo la invito a bailar. Y ella a mí me sonríe sin siquiera mirar. Y al ritmo de la cumbia yo la invito a bailar. Y ella a mí me sonríe sin siquiera mirar. Luego se gira y me dice: si tú quieres gozar esta cumbia al bailar, deja que yo te enseñe que no hay que acordar.
la preocupação. Sou rua, cara.
Sana la cause. Martín Lutero advirtió que Satán no está solamente entre los moros, entre los turcos, sino que habita nuestra propia casa, que Satán está en el pan que comemos y en el agua que bebemos.
Hombres, animales, tigres, pájaros, habitokwa. Onatna Hamtlacahuetes, Istignatuye. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Onatna Hamtlacahuetes, Istignatuye. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Debemos protegerlo. Hombres animales, hombres tigres, hombres pájaros y tocua. Hombres animales, hombre luna, hombre sol y tocua. Onatna Hamtlacahuetes, Istignatuye. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Istignatuye. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Los blancos decían que éramos salvajes, no entendían nuestras oraciones. Cuando danzamos al sol, a la luna o al viento, sin comprender, nos condenaban como almas perdidas. Hamtlacahuetes, Istignatuye. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Este territorio es nuestro hogar. Debemos protegerlo.
Hello. Hope this is working. I guess.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that was the set. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, with some hiccups in the middle, some unexpected guests, but interesting. Always interesting to be in this radio. And now, just to finalize, I have 15 minutes. I'm not gonna talk for that long, but I just want to talk about one more topic that I didn't discuss at the beginning, which is the broad generalization of Latin American music into genres they don't belong. For example, in 2020, Beatport created a new genre called organic house, down-tempo, which by the description is slower in BPMs. It includes tribal sounds and rustic drums. But for the creation of this genre, Beatport actually claimed to work closely with communities and hope their voices were accurately represented. Within the before this music was gathered like in deep house, melodic house, techno, afro house, global bass. However, for this genre, Beatport did not actually seek feedback from any actually Latin American acts or labels. Yet the latest releases of the labels impulsing Latin American music or artists like ZZK Records were included into this category. Just as a reference, today I played electro cumbia, dub, electro folklore, tropical bass, Andean bass, psychedelic chicha from countries like Argentina, Mexico, Peru, Colombia, Brazil, Chile, Venezuela, Ecuador, and therefore, like, it doesn't make sense that music is broadly generalized. And another misconception, actually, which actually goes completely against of what I did, is, as Peter Babe says, which is a Colombian DJ and producer who actually played at Oast here across the street, is that there is a misconception that artists across Latin America only export traditional rhythms. Even though this is part of our sonic DNA, these are accompanied by concepts and designs that transcend folklore and transform into something bigger and more aggressive. Um, and she's right. I mean, we don't only have this music, which is like slower in BPMs, but we also have some other things like Latin tech, Latin core, guaracha, which are genres that are gaining more and more popularity nowadays. And some of the labels actually impulsing this type of music is Nafi in Mexico, Yedra H in Argentina, Salvia Tech, Uruguay, Insurgentes, Colombia, and these are just the main ones, but there's many more that are actually doing great work out there. And the consequence of this, of generalizing and the music where it doesn't belong, is that it creates a market where Latin American artists are not valued, and actually not even in their own land, as many Latin American promoters rather book international artists rather than the local ones. If locally is already difficult, internationally is even actually more notorious. And just to give you a quick example from a festival that we all familiar with in the Netherlands, in 2017 and 2018, Dekmantel organized festivals in 11 cities in Latin America. However, in 2019, when Dekmantel announced their lineup for their festival in Europe, they did not book a single Latin American artist, even when they call, for example, Brazil their second home. This critic actually came from the DJ and producer Balesuki. Hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. She actually toured and co-produced these festivals together with Dekmantel in these years. And she said, instead of a cultural exchange, things evolved towards more one-sided benefits with an extractivistic trend, basically. Of course, since then, Dekmantel apologized, and we actually have seen improvement in the way Latin American artists and the scene is treated. Fortunately, like I said, organizations are supporting more and more talent from Latin America, and this is a movement that is growing and is happening now, and all we can do is promote it even more. Even locally here in Groningen, you have clubs like Oost and Paradigm booking more and more Latin American DJs and producers. And more often than not, radio support also Latin American artists. For example, Relay Radio, once again, for opening the space for me to come here and talk about these issues. And like I said earlier, my point is to not to divide or create controversy. It's actually to create awareness and unite through music and share this music with the world and collaborate. And yeah, basically create the scene where everyone has the same opportunity to evolve as an artist and to develop as an artist. And I think that was all I wanted to say. Yeah, I have time. I have 10 minutes. And just to finish, I'm going to actually put a poem that was, I think, is very relevant to this set, at least, or to this situation. And it's from a very close friend of mine from Uruguay, who also lived in Mexico. And it refers to Moctezuma's hairdress. Moctezuma was the last emperor of the Aztec Empire when the Spanish came to conquer. And it's a very political and, not political, it's a very controversial case, since this hairdress, which is a beautiful decoration actually made out of feathers and gold, is in the Museum of Vienna, and Mexico has asked for it back. But yeah, it's still an ongoing dispute for many years. So this poem talks about it. And yeah, I hope you guys understand and enjoy. And if anything, I'm also gonna post it in the description of the video later.
El penacho de Moctezuma, Moctezuma's headdress. Seeing the human and the animal so intertwined, the Tlatoani thought of magic, a lasso to keep it tied, a whip to make it work, the animal with the human, only if it's tamed. Go to work, Indio, don't be lazy. I have earned this life, listen to what I say, don't look at what I do. Do you see all the pretty words that I taught you? You used to worship with Zapochtli, I brought you human rights. Go to work, Indio, don't be lazy. With sword and bacteria your empire I decimated, with letter and paintings your body I appropriated. Inside a glass display of a certain building in Vienna, a name of fascination of transnational human culture, for a small amount or free with your Mexican passport. You're cordially invited to visit your grandfather's feathers, what's left of your empire.
And that's it for this edition. Hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.